Hello you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about my favorite MLM to talk about, the MLM that I was in previously, which is Beachbody. So today we'll be talking about some Beachbody documents that I found regarding income and how to earn six figures without selling a single product to customers or consumers. Now, why do I find this important to talk about? MLMs tend to convince new reps that the company is all about helping others through whatever product that company may have. Clearly with Beachbody, the product would be their workout programs and then their wellness products. Most people in MLMs tend to join in order to sell the product in the beginning, but then they quickly realize that selling the product is not going to be the thing that will allow them to make anywhere near a livable wage or something to where they could even make side income off of. As stated by the FTC, most people who join MLMs make little or no money, and some of them lose money. MLM reps are not told this before they join, so it's a huge reason why when they do join, they really truly start to believe what the MLM is telling them. And then from there, they're convinced that they need to recruit people because it's proven that that is the main way that people make money in multi-level marketing companies, especially right now when we're going to talk about Beachbody. Another reason that this document is extremely important is because it really proves that when someone is recruited into Beachbody, they can literally make six figures, a very small percentage of them, without ever intentionally selling a product to a consumer or a customer, but instead recruiting a team of people and then that team of people buying products, because in Beachbody, in order to make ranks, in order to get up in the company, you do have a required PV requirement, or you do have a PV requirement in general in order to maintain your ranks, in order to get up in the company, and in order to get access to those extra bonuses like what we're going to be talking about today. So the FTC also states that in a pyramid scheme, quote, your income would be based mostly on how many people you recruit, not how much product you sell. Pyramid schemes are set up to encourage everyone to keep recruiting people, to keep a constant new stream of distributors and their money flowing into the business. Now, clearly, I'm not here to say if one company is a pyramid scheme or not. They would have to go through the legal system in order for that to be determined. But instead, I'm here to show the similarities between this document that I found, pyramid schemes, and what's actually happening behind the scenes in MLMs, especially today with Beachbody. As y'all could probably tell, this video is very, very scripted out. I wanted to make sure I got all of the details right, especially all of the numbers right that we're going to be talking about, and just all of the facts correct. So if you see me looking down a lot, I have a specific script. Normally my videos are scripted, but I'm able to not really look at it as much. I can kind of memorize what I want to talk about in the moment. But for this, I want to make sure that I have all of my numbers and everything specifically correct, because I find it really important with a video like this to be as correct as possible. So that is why I will be looking down a lot at my script here. So before we actually look into this document that I found, this Excel sheet that I found, I want to go over some details and facts about the document prior to looking into it. I feel like it'd be much easier to not only understand what this document is about, but just understand the numbers a lot better if we review some things before that. So specifically, I want to go over what is team cycle bonus with Beachbody and what are the PV requirements for each rank in Beachbody in order to actually earn these bonuses that we are going to be talking about today. So team cycle bonus, per the actual Beachbody website, states that team cycle bonus is a weekly bonus that allows you to earn from the sales of your entire downline's organization. Team volume is accumulated based on purchases from your downline coaches / preferred customers and those downline coaches' personal retail customers. The accumulated team volume and your current rank will allow you to maximize your team cycle bonus opportunities per Beachbody. This essentially just means that the team cycle bonus allows you to make money based off what your downline buys and also what they personally sell. But with that being said, today we're mostly going to be talking about what your downline buys, which is why I find it really important to talk about team cycle bonus, because with this document I'm going to be showing, you will see that people are being trained to make $100,000 just based off what their downline buys, not what they sell, not what they're selling to consumers or customers, but literally just based off what your downline personally buys. So now in order to earn team cycle bonus, you have to have a specific PV requirement. We see this a lot in multi-level marketing companies. In order to keep people actually buying products, you need to have some sort of requirement there. Now, in my opinion, I do not think that a lot of people will continue to purchase these products when they're in the MLM. So I don't think MLM reps would continuously buy the amount of products that they buy from their company if there wasn't some sort of PV requirement behind that. So like I said, in order to earn team cycle bonus or to go up in the company when it comes to making these bonuses, you need to have what's called 50 PV each month. So you can earn PV points by your own purchases of products or by selling a product that's worth over 50 PV. So what that means is sometimes PV isn't per dollar, but for example, if we're just going off of an example here, in order to maintain your 50 PV, you will probably have to buy something that costs $50 or more. And then you would be able to get that 50 PV requirement per month. And then every 5 weeks, you have to continuously repurchase that 50 PV. So what a lot of people do in Beachbody is they will do what's called home direct. They will have something like Shakeology or the pre and post workout on home direct so that they could keep that PV rolling in. So as you get higher in the ranks, your PV requirement actually gets higher, going all the way up to 200 PV. So if you were at the bottom of the pyramid, like a coach rank or an emerald rank, your requirement would be 50 PV. But as you get higher into ruby and diamond and star diamond, you will watch that your PV requirement is now 100 to 200 PV each month. So if you want to access that team cycle bonus, you will need to have the PV requirement, which most people achieve again by buying products on home direct each month, like you will see with this document I'm about to show. Now you can earn team cycle bonus based off selling a product, but based off what I've seen, that's not what most people are doing. Most people are having products on home direct in order to hit that PV requirement. With that being said, if you guys have watched my previous videos kind of exposing income and stuff like that with Beachbody, team cycle bonus has been proven time and time again to be where all of the top reps are earning the bulk of their income. This means that the bulk of these uplines income is coming directly from the downline and the work that their downline puts into it. So another example of this would be from a video that I actually made about 4 months ago. In that video, I reacted to a team call where they were talking about making income, and the top rep actually decided to show her exact photo of her weekly paycheck. And I really broke down where she was earning her money. And we saw that the paycheck showed that she earned $3,744 on team cycle bonus in 1 week, meaning she earned $3,744 based off the products her downline bought or the products that they potentially sold. And if we look at that photo again, I will pop it up here from my video from 4 months ago, we see that in 1 week she earned that $3,744 on team cycle bonus, but she only earned $141 on retail commissions. So what does this prove? It proves that these reps are making the bulk of their money from team cycle bonus, aka what their downline buys or sells, versus what they actually sell, versus selling products to consumers or customers. So today's document just proves that these uplines really depend on their downlines buying products on home direct in order to make them income. So now let's pull up this document. It was made on an Excel sheet. So I'm going to pull it up here for y'all and you guys can kind of look at it. There is going to be a lot of numbers, which is why I wanted to go over what team cycle bonus was prior. I wanted to go over the fact that you need 50 PV each month in order to not only be active in the company, but to keep your rank. If you don't continuously have products on home direct, you will not be able to keep your rank in the company or stay active, which is really important with the document that I'm showing currently. So as we can see, this document is titled Income Goal Team Cycle Bonus Only in caps. So here, a top team actually made this document. They pulled all of these numbers from the Beachbody website. They pulled all of these numbers from the Beachbody comp plan. I did go back and triple check that all of these numbers were correct, and they are correct based on the 2022 Beachbody comp plan. So all of these numbers are correct. So what this top team decided to do is they wanted to teach their downline how they can make $100,000 a year. So not only how they can make it, but what they need to do in order to make that happen. So like I said, here, this top team is trying to teach their downline how to make $100K a year. And if you look at these numbers and the fact that they are showing the team cycle bonus only, that being the only way to make $100,000, we're seeing that this top team is specifically trying to teach their team that the way to make $100,000 is by recruiting people, is by having a team and having your team purchase products. It's not by selling a product to a consumer or a customer. So we can clearly see that they're teaching their team to strictly recruit in order to make 6 figures or not even have the potential to do that, because as we know, with Beachbody's income disclosure statement, 90% of people do not make 6 figures in the company. So as we can see, if we look at the income disclosure statement from Beachbody, if we want to get the specific number, the income disclosure statement showcases that based on the average earnings, 98.7% of people make under $18,000 a year from Beachbody. And then if we actually look at all ranks combined, the average amount that a Beachbody rep makes in a year, when we take every single person from the person at the bottom of the pyramid all the way to the top and you average out all the numbers, the average average rep makes $3,169. So this goal to hit $100,000 in this company is not really likely for, like I said, 99% of people. In order to even make this 100K or to make six figures or to attempt to do what this team is trying to teach their team to do, most people will not be able to make it happen, as only 1.3% of people ever get even into the top 15 ranks of Beachbody. So now let's break down these numbers that they have in order to show people how to make 100K. So as we could see, there's a part that says CBC number 1 at diamond/star diamond, and then it's highlighted that the yearly goal would be $100,000. As you can see, it states in order to earn $100,000, you must earn $1,923.08 each week minimum from your team in order to hit that milestone at the end of the year. So in order to make that $1,923 each week, they state that you have to have 107 team cycles each week. So that goes back to team cycle bonus. So in order to do that, you probably are wondering, like, how do you even cycle 107 times? Let me explain how you do that. So in order to cycle 107 times a week, that will equal that $1,923 a week to earn that $100,000 a year. You will need 21,000 volume points on your left leg and 10,000 volume points on your right leg. So as you guys know, Beachbody is a binary compensation plan, meaning they only have a left leg and a right leg. So this is showing that one leg needs to have 21,000 points from the downline's purchases, and the right leg needs to have over 10,000 volume points from the purchases that their team made. So how does this document state that you make this happen? How do you make a total of 32,000 points? How do you make a total of $100,000 a year? How's this team stating that you make it happen? So they state that you need a minimum of 237 coaches on Home Direct, meaning that on your left leg, 237 coaches need to purchase products of $90 or more every single month for a full year. And then on your right leg, you need 119 coaches per month on Home Direct, also buying $90 or more of products in order to cycle 100 times a week, resulting in that $100,000 per year. So this document shows that you literally need over 350 reps in your downline. You need to recruit over 350 people, and then all of those 350 people need to buy products every single month on Home Direct. They need to buy over $90 worth of product every single month in order for you, the upline, at the top of the company to make $100,000. This document doesn't show, oh, here's how you could make income from your sales. Here's how you can make income from your downline selling products. No, they literally just show you how to make 100K from what your downline purchases themselves. So it was interesting to me how they only showed that. They didn't even show based off what your downline could personally sell. They just wanted to go off of, here's how you make 100K. And by doing it, you need to convince your downline to make you this much money. So here, this document, in my opinion, proves that uplines, they don't care about retail sales. They don't care about selling to customers or consumers. They care about how many people in their downline can they convince to keep products on Home Direct so that they can make all the money. Again, this is what I found extremely interesting about this document, is just the fact that it's all about how can I convince over 300 people to not only join me, but I also need those 350 people every single month for a full year to purchase products of $90 or more so that I can make 100K, while those people most likely will not, based on the income disclosure statement. They also show under that, when they're talking about making your yearly goal of 100K, they also showed a much smaller number and how you could make that. They showed a yearly goal of how you can make 5K. So if we went over that really quickly, in order to make 5K a year, you'd have to make $96 a week in Beachbody. In total, they state that you would have to have 15 reps on one leg and 8 reps on the other leg. And then all of those reps minimum would need to buy that 90 PV or more in order for you to make $5,000 a year. So again, even when we talk about making 5K a year, and this is not making 5K after deductions. This is just them talking about how at the end of the year can you make 100K or 5K, but they're not talking about also what you're spending in the company, because expenses are also really important. If you watched my video, oh gosh, I did that video years ago. I feel like it's been at least 2 years since I did that video where I went over what I spent in Beachbody versus what I earned. And I ended up spending and losing over $5,000 in the company within 2 years of being in Beachbody. Because at the end of the day, you are spending as a downline downline or in someone's downline, you are spending so much money trying to keep those PV requirements up, trying to buy products, trying to go on these trips and all of that you don't even realize how much money you're spending. So these numbers all go back to the fact that you as a top upline must have a ridiculous amount of people in your downline that you need to convince to continue to buy those products so that you as their upline can earn that substantial amount of money while they most likely lose money. As I stated at the beginning of this video, I already showed y'all and did a video on a top rep's income where they earned that $3,744 on team cycle bonus in a week and only $141 on retail commission. So this proves that uplines, they don't really care, in my opinion, about how many products can I sell, how many customers can I help, how many people, can I show this product to, but instead it's how many recruits can I recruit, because again, you need over 300 to make that yearly goal. And then how many of those reps can I convince to keep these products on home direct for an entire year? Now, clearly, as I stated, this doesn't include retail sales or anything, but like I've already showed, most people at the top of this company or most companies, they don't really focus on retail sales. They're only making $100 in retail sales maybe a week, $140, $130 a week, but they're making almost $4,000 a week just by their team buying or selling products. So in total, the point of making this video for me was to show that huge teams are making documents like this. They're training their teams to make money strictly off of recruiting hundreds of people into the company and then convincing those hundreds of people to purchase a ridiculous amount of personal products per month so that the upline can make a substantial amount of money while the downline has no chance of making that amount of money based on the income disclosure statement. We know that most people, based off income disclosure statements and studies that have been done, like the AARP study or the John M. Taylor study, we know that most people in MLMs don't make a livable wage, let alone $100K. Those that do make that amount of money in an MLM are forced to recruit people in order to make that living, while most people in their downline will make little to no money or they'll lose money. And a big reason why a lot of people in these MLMs are losing money is because of these requirements. It's because of these monthly PV requirements. It's because of the home direct requirements. It's because MLMs commonly force their recruits to keep products on home direct or pay ridiculous things like business fees per month, not including going on multiple trips a year. Sometimes these MLMs are having 2 to 3 trips per year where you're having to pay for airfare, hotel, food, travel expenses. This doesn't include supplies you may need for the company. They're always talking about buying personal development books and all of these little things that start to add up, like apps to edit your photos. So in order to work in an MLM, in order to attempt to make it work, you're having to spend a lot of money on all of these different requirements. And in the end, I wanted to actually do that number too. The number of, if we took how much money it costs to buy products on home direct each month and how much Beachbody's business fee costs per month, at the end of the year, most people in someone's downline will spend a minimum of $1,391 just on home direct and business fees alone per year. This doesn't include, like I already stated, costs of trips, supplies, or apps that you may use. In the end, I really hope that this video proves and brings to light what these top reps are truly teaching their teams behind the scenes, and not only teaching their teams, but if they're teaching their teams this, it means that they're also doing it. They're also probably making hundreds of thousands of dollars, these top reps, off of literally just their recruits having products on home direct, just them buying products, not selling to consumers or customers. By breaking down these numbers and how these numbers were made by top reps and how these top reps are making $100,000 plus in Beachbody, keep in mind this isn't just with Beachbody. I have watched countless MLMs do this exact thing behind the scenes. And this is why if you actually go through multi-level marketing companies' comp plans and stuff, most of them have requirements. They have PV requirements or home direct requirements. And by having this, these uplines are able to make all of this money while the downline just continues to spend and spend and spend. So like I said, keep in mind, this isn't just with Beachbody, it's with tons of MLM. And I'm just glad that I was able to find an actual Excel sheet made from a top rep in Beachbody that I could use as an example of what's really going on behind the scenes and what they're teaching these reps and how these top reps are actually earning their money. So if you have any more questions about income, comp plans, or team cycle bonus when it comes to specifically Beachbody, I would love to answer those questions in the comment section down below. I know I have a lot of videos on Beachbody exposing documents like this, exposing their teachings, exposing how they make their money, especially from the screenshot I showed you today, the video I made 4 months ago, where the top rep literally showed a screenshot that she makes over $3,000 just based off what her downline buys or sells, while she only sells about $100 worth of actual products to consumers. So I think that talking about these things are really important. Finding documents like this are really important to truly share what's happening, because I doubt that any rep will get on their social media platform, especially a top rep, and share a document like this and be like, hey, join my MLM. And then once you join, you're going to have to buy all of these products on Home Direct. You're going to have to keep them on Home Direct. You're going to have to recruit over 300 people in order to make $100,000 a year. I doubt people are actually going to say those things. Instead, they do other things to promote the company to get you in. And then once they're in, they show you things like this. So with that being said, don't forget to leave a like or a comment. I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. It is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. I have had this document for a couple of weeks. And again, I think it's really important to talk about stuff like this and to talk about how these teams are teaching their reps to recruit, how these teams are teaching their reps to make money, and show that it's not really about the product. It's not about how can I help someone in their health and fitness journey. It's about how much money can I make and how many people can I convince to do the same thing. So with that being said, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in Friday's video.